You've had multiple news organizations around the country yesterday have to walk stuff back because of that stank, Pank journalism from Schefter. Just because you got 10 million people who follow you on Twitter doesn't mean your pillow talk is true. It's pillow talk. How is it different from Wendy Williams? Well, they could, they should, and the family's denying that you don't have a damn story. You don't. And here's my point. And then I'm just going to breathe. I need to breathe in through my nostrils and out my mouth, as my therapist would say. When are people going to say enough of the crap of the people who've got the little, just because you have an Android or an Apple phone doesn't mean you've got it all. This is pillow talk. And here's the other thing, Mark. So he says that him and Darlington both break the story together. I didn't know someone can lose their virginity twice. It's KJ and Dondero. Good Sunday morning to you. Hopefully your back is not as sore. You know the trick is take Advil or an ibuprofen before you shovel. Take breaks. Don't handle more than 6 inches at a time. How are you, Mark?
KJ, good morning. I appreciate your fiery open. I feel good after shoveling, and I'm going to say this about what you said. I don't necessarily agree with you. I think that this falls on Tom Brady, because here's how I think this went down yesterday.
Oh, my God.
I think this went down. Now, he deserved more respect, I guess, from those guys, but this is how I think this went down. Tom Brady, for whatever reason, got in bed years ago with Jeff Darlington. Now, I don't know if this is exactly how it happened, but I think this started with Jeff Darlington and some of his connections with the people close to Tom Brady. As a result, Adam Schefter came in, Adam Schefter got involved, and then eventually they both came to this conclusion that the report was ready to go out, and they released it. And it was, in association, Adam Schefter with Jeff Darlington, and boom, you had the bombshell yesterday that Brady was going to retire. Why Tom Brady got in bed with Jeff Darlington in the first place, I don't know, but I think he opened himself up to this type of possibility. Now, I don't know why he waited. I mean, he wasn't going to do it the day of the championship game or the weekend of the championship games. I don't know how the story got leaked, but these are reporters, and they're going to report what they hear. Obviously they didn't talk to Brady, but enough people around Brady talked about him retiring. They felt like they had enough to go with it. That's their job. I don't think Brady ever should have let them as close as he did. That's on him.
No, I'm putting this on Schefter, because if this was Stephen A. or Shannon Sharp or Nick Wright or Michael Wilbon or even Wiggy, who actually played with the guy that sent this tweet out yesterday, they would be walking them back. They would have them in any news director's room. They would have legal in there, sitting in there with the whoop. But because it's Schefter, it's okay. And then even gets a chance to walk it back when Chris, what's the guy's name? It's not Chris Fowler, or I forgot the guy's name who was calling the basketball game at the time. Reese Davis, there you go. He gives him a chance to say, hey, are you sure? Are you really sure you used a lot of shoulds, woulds, and could'ves? And, if nuts and buts were what's and ifs and whats. So
do you think Tom Brady's going to retire? Do you think he's going to announce it sooner rather than later?
We said that last week.
Okay, so
but see, we're in the opinion business. Hey, KJ, hey, Mark, what do you believe is going to happen? But when it goes out as fact and it goes through the social media channel, and now you have news organizations, big and small, having to walk stuff back, that's total Pank journalism. It stinks.
I think that both Darlington and Schefter, and believe me, I'm not the Darlington and Schefter apologist here, but they made it clear this was not an opinion. They are reporting that Brady is going to retire.
Adam Schefter's reporting what?
They are reporting this, and they're on the record. So if he doesn't retire, they're going to look real bad.
But that's an open face sandwich. We already know that Tom has time to do what he wants to do. So if he retires in August, that still makes them right? Or they're hungry, knowing that they want to jump the attention of the the NFL playoffs that are, the 2 final games. There's a blizzard here in New England in the Northeast, so you feel like, hey, here's a way to jump on it, because a lot of people on the ground here are immobile. That's why I say it's total Pank journalism. It's nothing but sleep talk. It's pillow talk with these guys.
They caught wind of what Brady planned to do. They felt like they had enough sources, so they ran with it. Now, if you wanted to talk about why they did that, or maybe they should have showed Tom Brady some more
Because they're
respect.
Pank journalists. They're Pank, and it stinks.
I mean, Adam Schefter made his name on not reporting on a story about John Elway back in the day, and then he gained all this trust from Elway, and that really took his career to another level. You could have argued that they should have done that with Brady, given him the respect to let him announce it on his terms, but they're also reporters, and if they want to be first, if they think they're right, I understand that mentality.
Did you know Amazon provides ways of working that fit